Hello, so I'm recording a video on how to switch your default shell on VSCode. This is important because by default, if you're using Windows, it's probably going to be set to command prompt or PowerShell, and it's not going to run exactly as if you were running it on Git Bash because Git Bash is a terminal as well. So the first thing you want to do is you want to press Control tilde on Windows. So tilde is the key in the very top left below the escape key. It's that symbol right there. So these two symbols are the tilde key. So Control tilde, that'll open up a terminal. You can also open up from up here as well. So new terminal is just Control Shift tilde, or Control tilde works too. And it's really simple. You just go right here, you'll click this, select default shell, and there should be a bunch of shells that pop up that you can choose from. For me, it'll look like this, but for you, it'll probably say command prompt, PowerShell, and then Git Bash. And one thing is, if it doesn't say that, then I do recommend doing the settings thing. So VSCode settings. So I'm actually looking this up right now, and so the trick is you want to press Control Shift P. That'll open up this preferences thing, and you want to go to settings. So open user settings. Now once you're here, then in settings, there's a open settings as JSON. So rather than looking at the user interface mode, you can look at the settings as your JSON mode, essentially. And here you'll see like all of the stuff here. But right here, what you're gonna want to do is you'll see this property called terminal.integrated.shell.windows. And what you're gonna want to do is you're going to want to find the path of Git Bash. So what I mean by that is it'll probably be somewhere in your program files. I would recommend going and checking it out. Don't copy exactly what's on mine. It's not going to work for you. I'm using something known as WSL, which I'm going to be talking more about in a future video. But for you guys are going to be using Git Bash. So you're going to want to set your default Windows terminal to Git Bash. And usually the path for it is somewhere in your program files. You'll probably find Git Bash. Let's see. Okay, so I just found the path for it. For mine, it looks something like this. You'll probably want to do something like this, but this is the path for mine. For mine, it looks something like that. So program files, git, bin, bash.exe. Yours might look exactly like this too, but I wouldn't count on it. I would recommend you going to actually look for this bash.exe file somewhere in your program files, somewhere maybe a program called git and bin and then bash.exe, and that should open up Git Bash for you. Like if you save this, it should, now if you go to select default terminal shell again, you should see bash here somewhere. Or if you like kill this one, you open up a new one, it should be bash. But I'm going to be resetting mine back to wsl.exe, and that's going to be the one that I'm going to be using. So yeah, that's one way, that's another way to set your default terminal. That's it.